accessories because they violate Auntie's branding guidelines.
All right. Welcome back. So, we have the main quest, one side quest, and a collectible. So I'm going to go do the collectible because it is quite easy. All right, I don't want Asa with me. Let's take Marisol because I find that interesting. Okay, let's do this. So for this collectible, we needed to have a collection of rogues. We needed to find at least 15 of the different play cards. So we have 18 now. So let's see what we can do.
Back. If you seek entry to my wares, you must engage me your sports card collection, though you shall not prevail.
Do it. On guard.
Sporting. Let us do battle. That's an impressive number of cards, my friend, but not... Wait a moment. No. Your cards. You have multiple that I do not. Your collection has defeated me.
Oh, I thought we... Oh, that's sad. I thought we actually have some form of game. You were a worthy adversary, but not worthy enough.
Though this defeat leaves the taste of dirt and blood in my mouth, I am not dishonorable. I present to you my other collected wares. I have no doubt they shall impress.
Oh, it's... yeah. Sad. I thought that was like some kind of mini game with her, but obviously that is not the case. Yeah, I thought that was like we do a mini game with the cards. Oh, can't have everything, can you? Prototype weapon.
Greetings again. You may have defeated me last time, but I shall... In the wake of my defeat, I've taken a brief break. I'm contemplating what I might collect next. I've heard sprats are rarely born with mutations like extra toes and acid vision. Perhaps I'll start an exotic sprat farm. Then I could pit my sprats against opposing farm sprats. Battle sprats. Imagine the merchandising opportunities. Eat your heart out, Auntie Cleo. Behold.
Let's see what you have. You have the Spectrum Dance Saber. Perform the prompted dance action to keep the beat alive. Pitchball machine. 1309 damage. Fires explosive pitchballs. Damage increases with number of collected tossball and pitchball cards. We have 18. That is very nice. 30% magazine size. See the word through a cutting edge digital filter. If you are defeated while wearing this time, you may pay 2,000 bits to continue. Jackpot. At least 3 times for a free spin. Match 2 years for a prize. Match all 3 to win the jackpot. That's a melee weapon now, right? Some trauma kits, which is nice. Definitely take this one. Yeah, I'm not really interested in any of these unless this thing sounds interesting just to try it out, but it's also the most expensive. It's more than I have at the moment.
Greetings again.
I don't have that many things to sell either. So I couldn't even afford it right now. That's okay. Alright, the last voyage of the ACS free market. Sub Rosa headquarters. Sub Rosa headquarters, that's down here, right? Kleptomania. Doesn't matter what it is, but it is yours. You want it. You occasionally steal things automatically, but anything you've stolen sells for significantly more. This floor significantly changes the experience when settlements. Not advertised for players looking for a relaxing experience. Yeah, I will turn this down for sure. Otherwise, you basically gonna get found out a lot, I think. Which sounds horrible. They just start fucking attacking you or something. Is there a shortcut through this? Or to get in here? We didn't have a chance to get here yet. Okay.
Run along now. I've spent more than enough time entertaining wayward sprats.
Oh. That is not what I wanted.
Any friend of the libations or information? What's your poison? If you were if their identities somehow always. For example, there's some kind of hoity-toity collector type part.
Yeah, I already know that. Okay. I bet you could probably pickpocket him, but we can't have. You can't pickpocket, unfortunately.
How's that lone subject of yours working out? Ran screaming back to the Protectorate yet?
No, it's going a little too well, if I'm honest. I think the freedom of what we do here might have gone to her head. First taste of the freedom bought with her ill-gotten bits. Now she
You
can't
show us
stop.
respect, I
She's
show
moved
you
22
respect.
crates
That's just
of
basic
content
squid
last
quo
week.
pro.
Isn't really anything here, so I would assume that the information I can find must be in that stash room that I don't have access to. Okay.
Buy from me, please? Hello once more. I guarantee you some of my inventions will be working soon. Oh, I prefer to focus on the present and the future, and not things that may or may not keep me awake in the dark and lonesome hours of the night. I don't think that'd be smart. I need to keep my mind. Oh, I.
There's some information that we can find.
Great. Let's get.
There was like a. You can also just buy shit from him. I wonder how much you have to buy. Like there was this stash thing, but again, I think you might need to kind of pickpocket him for information on how to open the stash. The other thing is, I need to basically open this. I need lockpick 5.
Today, preparing. What may this unit rehydrate for you? Scanning. Customer has not transfigured into Prospero Palo since last visit. Unit cannot
Act
vend
3.
alcohol, and Unit is not familiar with that recipe. When last seen, shop here.
This is really annoying.
What may this unit Error. Road sales grandstanding not found.
Because there isn't even a key I can use for this thing. I really need to convince him.
My gear has the Aunties, if you're in need of sprucing up the old wardrobe, garments here. Come ganderize.
Hello once more. Anybody even listening to this?
Let's just buy some stuff.
Hello once more.
Man, these things are fucking expensive. Guess I could buy the bloody black powder.
Hello once more. Oh, I prefer to focus on the... Is this how one gets ahead in business? I suppose I ain't got a choice. Before it crashed, I served on the free market as a secondary engineer, first grade. Had a colleague who was very talented, but not very good at hiding it. Supervisor saw her as a threat and demoted her to the engine room. She wasn't the type to take a blow without dodging.
Didn't realize there was politics even among greaseheads.
In Auntie's choice, there's politics among waste technicians. My colleague sabotaged the engines when her partner was on his mandated 2-minute break. When the free market attempted to breach orbit, well, just about everyone died. I made it to an escape pod on the port side. The ship landed on its starboard. I got lucky.
Sounds tough. Sorry I had to go through that.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, can we get back to subjects that aren't this? I got goods to sell. My contraptions don't explode no more.
Beautiful. So I don't see a way of getting that alcohol that Prospero asked me to get. Where is he? Oh, he's downstairs. Unless the alcohol can be bought somewhere else.
As it happens, standing in one place and focusing on... I've been better. I've been worse. As it happens, I would love to. I may appear to be the pick. And if she were here waiting for me when I returned, call.
Okay. Fortunately, not working.
If you lost, only thing to tell me what you need. Protect your loved ones, protect yourself.
Just double checking that there isn't anything missed.
If you've a tooth pain, got a sale. If you've wounds that need stitching or, suffice it to say, stimulants, medicaments, drugs. Get your drugs.
Ronnie, Sneak 5. Don't have either of those things. Engineering 8. Don't have that either. Change at the bottom. Doesn't really get out of the fucking way. This one has power, right? So if I go with this... Okay. Okay. Now this one has power, gotcha. Okay, so we have to go this. This. Oh, I made a mistake already, I think. Boom, because if you go this now, can't get there. Oh. Okay, so we start again. So basically here, here. Table power, boom. Then we go down here. Okay. Now here, here. Yeah. This one, this one, this one, this one. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, I didn't even need to buy his stuff. I could have just done this. It is okay. Oh. Let's see. I mean, I already got his kind of like confessional information. I don't think there's anything else, but let's just see. Else he will tell us.
Hello once more. I get.
Yeah, that was unfortunately it. Right, but we can have a look actually if there's a cable running.
Sales grandstanding not found.
It's not.
If you be, what may this unit rehydrate for you? Scanning. Customer has not transfigured into Prospero Apollo since last visit. Unit cannot vend out. Unit is not familiar with that all.
I guess, can I transform into Prospero in some way? There's one more thing that I don't have yet, one of the gadgets. So maybe we come back for this when I have the last gadget to make sure that it isn't like something like a imitator where I can take someone else's, appearance or something to then fool this barkeep. Alright, so that means we're gonna go this one, Friends in High Places. So the Vries is going to Greater Tranquility Substation to sabotage peace talks between Eddie's Choice and the Order. And so we should go there. And I'm going to take Niles and Ines for this because they both asked to join. Greater Tranquility Station, an abandoned communication station built by the Order of the Ascendant. Originally used to transmit messages through Arcadia, it was eventually rendered obsolete by the implementation of the Protectorate Relay Network.
Error. How may this unit...
Can't get that Andy's choice anyway. Need something...
Okay, so based off our choices, she didn't get the explosions. She has to make a full frontal assault, but she did get the codes for the bloody automax. Technals.
No time to goggle the rift, Commander. We've got to get to DeVries.
How the hell do I suddenly have 3 grand ammunition? And there's no one here. It's also a bit weird. Like, some of these could be more populated, I think. Some of these
On behalf
stations.
of everyone in Auntie's family, I want to thank our hosts for securing this wonderfully austere venue to begin our negotiations for peace. With tensions being patched in Golden Ridge, I am certain we can both profit from a merger. But surely the good Vicar Laureate and his fellow shareholders have some thoughts?
Guns is up to 20.
Madam Vice President, I and my fellow counselors remind you that this is no merger, but an alliance. We may focus
Be still, Cadre. But don't let this interloper out of your sight. It's you, is it not? The one Agent DeVries warned me to expect? Well, see here. If you intend to stop me, you're far too late.
She warned you about me, so you didn't lock the door? You must have a death wish.
I certainly don't wish it. Yet my health is of far less import than ensuring our mission success. I've already cleared the way for my associates into the station.
We need answers, now. How we extract those answers, I'll leave up to you, Commander. Personally, I'd start with the knees.
You'll do no such thing. My willpower is stout, my loyalty unshakable. And even if by some low chance you could extract my knowledge, you'll never truly understand. If our deaths by Agent DeVries and our comrades the time they need, so be it.
DeVries doesn't care whether you live or die. Why protect her?
We know full well she cares nothing for us, nor do we ask her to. We share her purpose, and so we fight to keep infidels like you from disrupting her plans. But it doesn't matter what you do. The rest of our team is pushing forward. Agent DeVries is right. The only way to save us from destruction is to save the Order from itself.
Well, you're wrong.
Now we're just talking in circles. To arms, Cadre! For the Order!
What's that on the monitor over there? Could be important.
The monitor displays a map of the station, evidently annotated by DeVries. First team of agents is to hold the landing pad. The second team is to make their way through the turbine chamber. The third team is to guard the exit and the refinery. DeVries herself will make for the broadcast booth overlooking the forum chamber where the delegates are to meet. There's two different... one as well.
Locked.
Why can't our work ever be easy?
It's a good question. Alright, let's go one by one. We're gonna do this one here first.
Just imagine the hustle and bustle of this place in its heyday. Shame it's all going to scrap now.
From Provost Iglesias. There isn't really anything for us to do. There was just a hack that we could use, but we don't have a hack. Alright, that means the other elevator.
Gonna need a way to power this thing.
Shall we say? This is good. If the Protectorate's own leader is beyond his depth, he and his ilk won't anticipate an alliance.
He's not mine.
Yes, right. Well, landing a strike against the Protectorate in this state will be something like wrangling a galloping breadworm.
I am unfamiliar, but I presume that to mean it will be without exertion. If so, then you are perhaps even more ignorant of Arcadia than I calculated. The Sovereign, guide him, is as ineffective as you've suggested, but his advisor, the Consul, is not. These executions, these impulsive attacks, are solely his influence.
Solely? Your previous Sovereign was rather draconian himself, if your own history books are to be believed. Do not act like the current rot emerged from nowhere.
I could perhaps say the same for you and your reputation for putting profits over people. But instead, I suggest we pivot our discussion back to the real matter at hand.
Okay. Because we have some targeting protocols. The question is, where can we insert them? Nice, but self-repairing armor plate that protects it from damage. Granting himself camouflage when he drops to half health. Giving him more like a tank status.
Damn. DeVries' team must have gotten to these mechs first. I don't favor fighting on two fronts, but it's not like I have another choice.
There you go. Alright, cool. Now we just basically overridden the targeting protocol for these automechs and they are attacking the DeVries agents. Baby step. Oh, I need a workbench too. Oh my god. Hold on, he can give me a workbench.
Now's not really the time for a chat. All right.
No mods in my helmet. I don't have one. Can I craft mods? That's right. Okay, and then I can basically get this up here. Another flaw, Hermit. Your self-reliance has made you an outcast. Vendors are less eager to sell to you and prices are increased, but you gain a chance to receive double resources when you break down items. 50% vendor prices, that's insane. Shit.
Yeah.
Alright, that's closed.
Security level 2. Investigating. Holding in on.
After some quick mental calculations, I do see merit in your last declaration. It was astonishingly logical, in fact.
How charming that I've surprised an esteemed man such as yourself. In turn, I wish to thank you for toning down your bloviating. I feared we'd still be here next fiscal quarter.
Yes, you must be quite busy between product launches and counting bits. But I will be here as long as it takes to ensure the order isn't taken advantage of by duplicitous actors.
They just like broadcasting this. Well, we're getting somewhere.
I'd like to discuss your efforts on Paradise Island. We may have no physical presence there, but we are ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate, but I was heartened to hear that your leaders convinced Westport residents to seek shelter in Fairfield. Things rarely end this way for the Protectorate's abandoned subjects.
Ah, yes. The Protectorate had their folk living in fear between all those hangings and maniacal proclamations. That was all the opening we needed to acquire some hearts and minds.
Welcome the news of advances. However, it is worrisome that it took the assistance of a freelancer for you to finally secure your hold. Worrisome indeed.
I have the feeling like it looks to me. Oh, there's more. Like it looks a bit to me like you can actually, you know, get through. Fan hazards. The massive blades of certain fans will make quick work of even the toughest Earth-directed agent. However, with skillful use of your tactical time-dilation gadget, you may be able to slip through unscathed. Right. Makes sense. Let's stick our hand inside.
Let us turn our attentions once more to Golden Ridge. I'm grateful we could come to an accord after that unfortunate attack on Outpost Opportunity, but many questions remain.
Of course. Allow me to offer this bit of data, then. The true culprit of the attack was a proctor named Svoboda. My brave colleagues found her out and promptly executed her.
Ah, so the Order is capable of decisive action. I had doubts after hearing about your monastery. Even though the hostages yet live, this crime happened under your purview.
I would remind you. Innocent survived because of our quick and I do not appreciate insinuations that we allow chaos to run rampant on our watch. Chances are high that any erratic variable is a result of your people's meddling in our affairs.
Ridiculous. Next you'll be claiming we're to blame for all of your past failures. Why, the mere prediction of our arrival years ago sent you into a tizzy. Isn't that right?
I find it very cool that they basically discuss how you handled all the situations so far. And basically those conversations are different depending on what your decisions were. So that's quite cool.
Prior to this meeting, enough goodwill exists between our parties to suggest a high chance of success should a treaty or alliance be agreed upon.
Treaty? As in a contract? Goodness, there's no need to rush into such formalities, Vicar. Especially when so much has yet to be discussed.
This unit my records do not indicate that any authorized personnel remain aboard the station. But I am programmed to exchange wares for monetary compensation for whosoever seeks it.
The station has been decommissioned for decades. Why are you still here?
Searching my records. Ah, yes. The explanation given by Mechanist DeSoto was as follows. I need someone to have eyes on my explosive friends. But I do not have eyes. Breathe.
Black Hat. 80% toxicity drain rate. Can increase critical hit chance against automechs. Grab this. Option key. Beautiful. You know what? I'm just gonna buy more ammo. That's where we came from.
That's a lot of supplies left unattended. Could be worth a quick look over.
Oh, so this is an extra area, basically. Okay. Boom.
Estimation, if we formed an alliance, say, within the next month, we would...
How are you still upright over there?
By yours. How did you arrive at this estimation? What one did you utilize? Which metrics?
You see, I'm renowned for my ability to read a room, as we call it in my business, where common sense meets observational data, you might say.
Right. That's it. Not. Autoplasma caster. Oh, alright, so we can continue from here. Could have also just removed the fuse and then taken it over there. BD9.
Eyes up. If our intel's good, we've got more trouble waiting for us ahead. Good chance the Breeze allies are ready for us. Let's make damn sure we're ready for them.
This is like a big area. actually, we want to use our fucking dumb foil because this gives us XP. What did that do? Can I open like the suppose bridge or something? The hub powers local automechanical base. Protocols deployment can be fully disabled.
Help me end this. Fight on.
What are we shooting? Alright, so this should be basically the same thing.
What are you doing?
Oh shit.
Commander, watch your fighters!
Okay. Die. Muss ich die rausschicken? Ja. I just came from here, right? Oh no, I died.
Giving up? What are you
Boom. The whole thing again.
There's the elevator. Getting close now.
Beautiful. What level is my weapon actually? 6. It's slowly getting there. Thinking of starting to use other weapons. So I mean, the weapon's cool. It's just, you know, like wanting to try others as well. You know, the questions as well. I don't know how long this actually goes for. So like, how many more planets and worlds do we actually have? I have not the slightest idea. Okay. I'm missing in this. Oh, there she is.
Suppose we can entertain a tentative agreement.
That's good. That's progress.
There is no need for senseless bloodshed when we may yet come to an accord.
I remind you that a contract signing may still be a ways off, but we might consider the hierarchy between our parties should we wish to proceed with a merger, an alliance.
No, we wouldn't want any unseemly quabbles over power. Especially when presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar already possesses the foresight necessary to lead a colony and better its people.
Foresight is nothing without propaganda, and our Minister of Marketing has already won Protectorate hearts and minds. If unification is what you want, ingenuity is...
Like sitting terror rays. You can't let DeVries make her move.
I certainly won't downplay the powers of persuasion here, but Arcadian matters are best suited for Arcadians. We actively collect data to understand how to serve our people, after all. Look no further than the abbot, who welcomed refugees to Matriarch's mercy.
Yet he struggled to feed and house them properly. The poor man was clearly overwhelmed if he couldn't see his right hand was actively undermining him, even with his data.
Meanwhile, Auntie's Choice has done little to alleviate the refugee crisis it helped create. Indeed, my projections may be accurate. You are more interested in what you can steal.
Dear Vicar, you are not yourself. Perhaps Auntie and your bishop should continue these talks. We'd be happy hosts. We do enjoy dazzling guests with a tour of our stolen artifacts.
There is only a 14% chance that you are jesting. No. If anyone in Arcadia is fit to host such discussions, it is presiding Bishop Bassar. Anyone else would be an insult.
Okay. We never have Publicum. Right, so these two have been all killed, of course. They're not very good protectors, I guess.
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander.
It's over, Augustine. Nowhere left to run. No more lies you can peddle or people you can burn. Your rewards come due.
Ibarra, I was unaware of your survival until recently. Believe it or not, I was happy you survived. But to see you still seeking solace in the Commander's shadow is disappointing. You could have done anything with your life. Shrugged off the bad memories. But now you're both here to meddle. Law knows why.
I'm trying to change the subject. We need to talk about what you were doing here.
Oh, certainly. And then I'll brew us some tea and we can gossip about the latest pitchball matches. Do you think me an idiot? I've no interest in continuing this little reunion. What happened in Horizon Point, well, I had no choice but to do as I did. And I'm prepared to do the same again. These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the only way if we hope to close the rifts before it's too late.
Tell me what peace talks have to do with the rifts.
Everything. The Order is on the verge of learning how to control the rifts. They just need the right data, and a prototype modulator that's hidden away in a Protectorate lab on Praetor. But like the Protectorate before them, Auntie's Choice must never have access to that technology.
So, I still don't follow.
Whoever wins the war will control Arcadia. And once control is seized, it's only a matter of time before attention turns to closing the rifts and learning how to control them. Controlling these rifts leads to absolute power. And under no circumstances can the Order share that with Auntie's Choice. It's as if they'd deny how we got to this point. It was the Seers who came to me back then. They showed me their data, proving that the Protectorate's rift experiments would lead to our galaxy's destruction. I didn't want to believe them. But as more and more of their predictions came to pass, I knew I had to act. I had to destroy Horizon Point and its research to prevent annihilation.
That's... law! Augustine, you could have told us what you were planning instead of letting us blunder into a trap.
No, I couldn't have.
Had I deviated from the plan even the slightest amount, it could have jeopardized everything. I had to avert a far worse disaster. By any means.
The Order's belief in their predictions borders on blind faith. Perhaps they got it wrong.
No. I saw their models. The Protectorate, in all their ignorance, would have torn the galaxy asunder in pursuit of their matriarch's dream. Fascists are nothing if not predictable.
Even if that's true, you didn't have to betray and murder us in the process.
You were an unwelcome variable. Prior knowledge could have changed your actions, and the Seers had predicted that you and your team would perish in the process regardless.
Well,
I tried
already something
to
they
put it
got
out
wrong.
of mind when you and I first spoke. I had to focus. But all I could think of was the cost I was being asked to pay to ensure the mission's success. And I forced myself to complete it. I trusted that with Horizon Point's destruction, humanity might be saved, but it wasn't. It was only the start. I must finish what I started. As I said, your actions were part of the prediction and could not be changed. You needed to be there, and I had to proceed as I normally would. But what happened there, and the unanswered questions I still had, continued to plague me. I needed to find a way to stop the rifts. You recall what I said of the rift modulator, of the data? It's the only way to control the rifts, and only the Order can be trusted with this power. You know who these corporatists are, how they deal with their competitors. Imagine now how a war spurred by greed might be won, when fought with rifts instead of guns. You see? The Order must not sacrifice their principles for a childish attempt at peace. If they don't complete the mission they started, everything I have done will have counted for nothing.
Enough! Just enough, Augustine. I can't listen to any more of these excuses. I've got all the answers I needed, Commander. She's gone over the threshold and ain't no bringing her back. Best we make this quick, before she can hurt anyone else.
You think you have it in you to pull the trigger, Ibarra?
Had 10 years to practice. Give the order, Commander.
You know, that they didn't foresee us living already proves that the Seers can't be trusted with their predictions, so it's already false. Violence is the last resort, now it's not the first.
How many times do you need a snake to bite you to realize its nature? She's shown us who she is, Commander. She's showing us again right now.
You told me 10 years ago that you wanted to repay her for saving you. Was that just talk?
No, it wasn't just talk, but I never thought she'd turn into this. Fine. I'll follow your lead. Just don't ask me to forgive her, Commander. It ain't in me. Not after all she's done.
It doesn't matter. Nothing you can say to me will change the issue at hand. If I'm to give the Order the means to close the rifts, the peace talks must end. 2 dead delegates? That's a fair price to pay. We've paid worse.
Doesn't make sense because there would be way more death after this as well. It seems like you're more concerned with the Order staying pure than anything else.
No, I want the Order to not take the coward's way out. They broke from the Protectorate for a reason. The Order could lead humanity into a new age of discovery, shield us all from ruination. But they've become so focused on winning a void-forsaken war that they've lost sight of it. So I'm here to remove that temptation from play and set them back on the path to worthiness.
It really doesn't make sense. Sounds like you're taking this personally.
You still misunderstand. I had to watch my colleagues, you, die one by one. And I had to let it happen, trusting that I was doing right. And yet that rift in the sky remains.
What does that show you?
I looked up at it every day and saw the threat it posed, remembering what I'd done. The cost.
You're really gonna stand there lecturing us about costs when it was our blood you spent?
There is always a cost in surviving where others did not. You should know that better than anyone.
She really talks a lot of
Yet
shit.
after Horizon Point was lost and that rift tore open the sky, no one in the Order had any urgency to fix it. And now corporatists are here, ready to take advantage. I can't take it.
My crew and I are the ones who suffered at Horizon Point. Save your tears for someone else.
Do you wish me to beg forgiveness? Torture myself in an attempt at atonement? I tell you, if there had been another path, I would have taken it.
There was a lot of other
These
paths.
delegates cannot leave here. I will not let your crew's sacrifice, your sacrifice, be in vain. It can't be for nothing.
I might reload because I want to see what happens if I say this, even though I don't want to say it.
If you truly mean so, then you won't object if I eliminate these delegates right here and now.
Don't encourage her, Commander. She hasn't changed. She's willing as ever to tread over others to reach her goal.
Yes, I agree.
No, Niles. As distasteful as it may seem, I'm doing what's necessary. You're not that naive kid from Triangulum anymore. You can learn to take action. You can think for yourself.
All this jawing's a waste of time. Ought to put a bullet in you and call it a day.
If anyone ever talks about necessary, they really haven't thought about it. Alright, you're right, the reads hasn't
I'm doing
changed.
this, Commander, with or without your blessing. Let's see which of us prevails.
Shame. Still, better her than anyone else.
Because like a war fought between these, like that just means more death, and we actually haven't, explored any options on how to bring these fucking rifts down in the first place. Also, with the seers actually digging us dying, but we didn't, means that they can be absolutely wrong in their predictions. Alright, this is bad anyway.
Lord damn! Ain't ever seen a thing like this! We need to move! Now!
I just need to head to the toilet. I'll be back. All right. The way I know the game, there was probably a choice to kind of like get it to stand down and save everyone as well, but I'm pretty sure that would have required speech, which we do not have. So, go. Yeah, what's going on? I mean, very lucky that there's this clear path to the safety.
That rift's expanding. Pick up the pace.
So if I ever do another, I mean, there will be DLCs, right? So once all the DLCs out, I'll probably do another run through. And then I will do, I'm pretty sure I will do Brawny and Speech and Leadership. Because I have the feeling that gives me a lot of other options, which I just haven't had so far. I always need to find a way, workaround. And that doesn't look good. I mean, it seems like she was right. The rifts are expanding, which is obviously really bad.
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The spatial rift situation has deteriorated significantly. The rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including this one, have entered their final stages. If you see a rift that looks like this, you are in grave danger. You have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. The seriousness of this situation cannot be overstated. Therefore, Directive Alpha Omega is hereby invoked. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to close the rifts. Along with this message, the entirety of our rift data has been sent to your local surveillance satellite. Analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock any secrets it has resisted yielding to us. The fate of humanity now depends on you.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. Commander is now released from any and all agent guidelines.
So this means whatever Reese was doing was actually allowed. What does that mean exactly?
The full parameters are as follows. The agent has full authority to handle the mission in any manner they see fit. No exceptions. The extreme nature of stated emergencies supersedes any other considerations.
Anything about mission's objectives?
I have also detected competing priorities in the new mission objectives. The surveillance data from the satellite confirms De Vries's assertion of a prototype modulator on Praetor that may be used to manipulate rifts. Acquisition is required to be able to bypass any new or existing miniature ground-level rift anomalies you may encounter. You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate rift data. The archive computer on Cloister would be best suited to this purpose.
Any chance you can get help from the Order or Auntie's Choice?
Agents are permitted to cooperate with local governments and other political entities at their discretion, even under normal directives, which you are no longer bound by. Both Auntie's Choice and the Order have previously controlled the archive, and may be open to working with you to regain access. Seeking their assistance is recommended. Coincidentally, both delegates also escaped the station and have sent messages expressing gratitude. It seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to meet with you at their respective headquarters.
I like the Order way more than Auntie's Choice, by the way, so we're going with them. What would be the benefit for working one faction over the other?
The Order of the Ascendant are concerned with the elevation of humanity. While lacking experience in governance, They would be fair partners and open to reasonable solutions. Auntie's Choice has the firepower to more easily succeed in battle and greater experience in management. They would likely be receptive to a free agent such as yourself. Whoever you assist will be better positioned to take control of the archive, and by extension, the entire colony. Careful consideration is warranted.
I feel like because we stopped the reset, there's still a chance of peace between the two. Saying that I still prefer the Order, though.
Returning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander?
From that bottom message, I think you can basically also ignore them if you want to. I'm inclined to begin with the archive. We need more information.
Acknowledged. Due to the rift's expansion, both Cloister and Praetor show a high preponderance of miniature rifts. Proceed with caution. It is worth noting that the Order of the Ascendant is headquartered on Cloister. You have also received a message from Auntie's Choice. This unit can relay its contents now, should you wish. The message has also been sent to your private terminal.
I'll read it later.
Acknowledged. It appears you now have permission to visit Auntie's Choice headquarters aboard its flagship, Commander. You may use the astrogator to navigate there at any time.
Commander, word. So, that's it then. DeVries dead, justice served. Galaxy still needs saving, but we'll get to that.
What's wrong?
Am I that transparent? Seems you do. I once thought DeVries the upper limit of what an agent could be. Certainly everything I aspired to be. Tough, brave, smart, and now she's dead. By our hand. Thought I'd feel relief or something akin to it. But mostly I just feel unbalanced. Like a mech with gimbals on the fritz. Now you're speaking my language, Commander. DeVries earned her grave, sure enough. So why does killing her feel like... hell, I don't know. Putting out a star?
Fitting metaphor. Whether it collapses or explodes, a star's death is always violent.
I could do without any more explosions myself. Don't suppose you have any advice on how to move forward from here?
You need to rally. You're still an Earth Directorate agent, aren't you?
Yes, Commander.
Don't make the same mistake of thinking you know best. We're in this together.
Yes, Commander. I hear you. Appreciate you making time to listen to me jawing on about all this. Might need a few to work through my thoughts, but I'll be ready for whatever comes next. Don't you fret. Need someone, Commander.
Well, I'm gonna listen to this bloody message now. Talk to Auntie's Choice or the Order into helping take the archive.
Saving the delegates from DeVries took considerable effort, dear.
Wouldn't just let them die.
Of course you could, but you didn't. They still might have a role to play if we're to close the rifts. May all...
Taking out DeVries, saving the delegates, barely escaping with our lives? Hell of a rush, huh? Hope all of it gives us leverage when we look for help closing these rifts. Reckon my being present for the dramatic rescue will gain me some clout with Auntie's choice. Just got 2 or 3 more incidents like this to win my way back in, I'd say. There's one thing I can't shake, though. That rift exploded at just the right time, right in the middle of the peace talks. Wouldn't happen to be the universe trying to tell us something, would it?
Do you think it's trying to tell us something?
I reckon it's saying that all our political machinations will mean nothing in due time. Nature will always defeat us. But we can learn to work with it, like with the rift tech. By the way, what DeVries said about Auntie and the rift tech, don't take it to heart, huh? Auntie ain't an idiot. Much as she loves business, reckon she loves self-preservation even more.
I agree on that. Maybe you're right, but we can't leave anything to chance.
I'd agree with you, but I reckon we don't have the time to seek out certainty. Still, think we ought to pay the undisputed claim a visit, see if we can court Auntie's aid. Your boss was clear. We'll need all the help we can get to close these rifts. Whether we gain that help from Auntie or not, I won't lose sight of that. Our galaxy's survival is of far more consequence than our loyalties. Anyway, appreciate you hearing me out.
Injuries detected. How may this unit... What
are we standing around jawing for? There's mayhem and murder.
Okay then. What? Well, I guess we'll have to fly somewhere. That looks sick. Okay, so we have the undisputed claim. The flagship of Auntie's choice. War, Praetor, Cloister. So I guess it comes down on what we're doing first. We're going to get the Rift Anomaly merge letter first, or the help? I think I will get the modulator first, and then the help afterwards. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to go for lunch, dinner, that is, and I will be back later on.